get into it
and get the conversation started.
Welcome to Inspired Men Talk,
A podcast where we sit down with real people and talk about their journey,
the stuff they've been through, the bits that shaped them,
and the moments where things started to change.
We talk about men's mental health,
but in a way that actually sounds like real life.
Some of it's serious,
and some of it is a little bit lighter.
But it's always honest and brave.
Because most of this stuff doesn't get talked about enough.
And if there's one thing we've seen time and time again,
it's that there's always a way back.
So I'm Gary.
And I'm Peter.
And this is Inspired Men Talk.
Welcome back to Inspired Men Talk. This is part 2. Let's pick up the conversation exactly where we left it.
I mean, what you've done is amazing, and you've got the charity you're doing it for, the cause and all of the lovely things. But in your mind, on your experience, what's the biggest driver now? Now you've done those things, is it an internal driver of proving, or is it to prove other people wrong? What's your biggest drivers? Or what is the biggest driver?
As I said before, it was always this external thing. I think it was this rejection I had when I was younger. I wanted to prove to people to not feel rejected. I wanted to be liked. And to do that, I went to the absolute extreme.
Yeah.
And then doing the 24-hour challenge and doing more training on my own, that then led me to go, no, I'm doing this for me. I'm not putting all these hours in for these people. They don't care. They literally don't care at all, is what you realize. They'll like congratulate you, and then after a week, it all goes quiet again. And then you're back into that same spot you just were in. And I was like, so now everything I'm doing is to try and see my limit. I want to know my physical limit. I don't believe currently I've found that, even though on day 10 of that challenge I could barely run, but still I got through it, and day 12 I was running again. So in my head, there's a new limit to be reached, and if whilst trying to find my physical limit for my own weird enjoyment, I can raise awareness for something that means a lot more to me, with men's mental health. And this is the thing with men's mental health, everyone knows about it. It's what do you do once you know about it?
Yeah.
And that's the thing I'm trying to get across.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk, not a lot of action.
Exactly that. Completely agree.
It's interesting because both me and Peter and, Claire are all therapists. And we see a lot of people 10, years older than you, sometimes much, much older than you, and they're still stuck on the rejection. What helped you? What was the tipping point or the changing point where you went from external to internal, where it's like, actually, this is about what I want, not what I need to prove? Because there's so many people still going after the next cup and the next cup, and it doesn't prove anything.
Yeah.
So what's proving it for you?
It's just realizing what you enjoy in life, and it's actually, what do you enjoy? Like, if no one was around, what would you go and do on your own? And I'd say to people, if you don't know, go and spend a day alone. Literally, go on a trip, go do something, go to the coffee shop on your own, go eat food on your own, go and try a new sport, new activity, and then you'll hopefully find something you genuinely enjoy. When other people are around, I tend to have it, if they're enjoying it, I should enjoy it too. But sometimes you might not care at all. Then once you know what you enjoy, hopefully, then that'll be the internal motivation. And like, my parents still think I'm crazy, but I enjoy running, so I go and do my run.
Well, I think you're crazy because you run, full stop. I don't even run a bath. It's like, okay, what's going on? But actually, like you say, everybody finds their level, but it's for the difference is, I find, you're doing it for you. You don't care if you get any applause or anybody.
Yeah.
You're not a fake. You're not on Instagram every day. Look how good I am. It's like, I'll post it because I'm doing it, but actually I don't care if anybody goes on there and
Yeah, originally it would be like I'd look at who's viewed it, who's
Yeah.
liked it, who's commented, why is this person not commented? And then now I'm like, I generally press it, post it, don't look at it.
yeah,
And then it's hopefully with that, my ideal is that I don't even have to do social media. I can hopefully get someone else to run it for me. And
Yeah.
then the awareness is even bigger because they're probably better than me at it anyway. But one thing I'd tell someone if they were like in that position of, I still feel like I'm proving it things to other people, is go have a conversation first. Don't do what I did and do the extreme running challenge and put your body through torment. Talking does so much more. Even to this day, I learned more through doing hypnotherapy sessions with Claire than any of the runs at all.
Yeah, but would you have had that hypnotherapy if you hadn't done the runs?
Probably not. But I think if I can make the awareness of telling people to go do it,
Yes.
and then they can follow that advice rather than I'm not telling anyone to copy what I'm doing
Yeah.
with the running.
I don't know with Peter, but I did my first bike ride, and I've only done 2 over 10 years, or probably 15 years in
Quite big ones, though.
Vietnam. Yeah, but I haven't been on a bike for 20 years, and but it was like I was bored, and my son said, "Well, you said you'd do something for this charity because I helped him," and 10 minutes later, I'd signed up to cycle across Vietnam without any preparation, any thought, and that changed quite a lot for me. So actually, that mindset of, well, I'm going to bloody do it now, I've signed up for it, that bloody mindedness, whichever age you are, that came in a bit, but then it taught me that I can't do that again without other stuff. So it's like I learned the wrong way round, as you have.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a common thing because I was overweight. The whole reason why I did my Ironman, and this is a true story, I still can't believe it. I knew someone that did an Ironman, and I went, well, if he can do it, I must be able to do it. And so I basically posted, I went, I'll do Tough Mudder or an Ironman, and everyone on Facebook went Ironman. And then I went, oh, I better look up what that is because I didn't even know what it. And then just went, oh shit, what have I done? But then the bloody mindedness came in. Said, I'm going to do it. You've all challenged me to do it. I'm going to get off my arse and train. I'm going to get up and do. And it was, and it was a long journey. But you get up then and you do it, right? But I think you have to have a little bit of that mentality first.
Yeah.
So you sign the bit of paper to say, yes, I will.
I think
that's sorry, guy.
Well, I think the bigger thing for me was somebody I knew, and for better words, respected a bit, laughed at me and said, "You'll never do it." And he bet 250 quid that I'd never. And I'm like, I'll take that bet. I'll prove you wrong.
Nice.
So that was, don't doubt me.
Yeah. And what about you, Nathan? What were you going to say?
I was going to say with the, like you just said there about the £250 bet. I mean, it's not what I was going to say, but it's now what's come to my head. But yeah, like originally that's going to be the thing for people because you've got this negative mindset with it anyway. I would prefer people go to the hypnotherapy or go to your friend and chat and say like, oh, I'm struggling at the moment. Do you think running would help me? And then that's why I'm doing the run club, welcome people into running in a nice, comfortable way.
Yeah.
Or do you think the gym would be for me? And then I'll get people into gym with PT, and it's doing it the correct way, slowly, steadily, not the extreme. That's what I'd rather push people to do. Talk and then make a change. And that's the difference with the current statement.
I think, Nathan, what you're doing is pretty cool and fantastic. So you mentioned there's a few people, in particular people you follow who are influencers. Well, my understanding of influence, one day somebody said, I'm just going to go and create content until I become an influencer. But you've now followed in a footstep, but in a more sustainable way.
Yeah.
So not everybody who does a challenge is sustainable. I wasn't, but it might have inspired other people to do it better. And now so I'm a therapist, a hypnotherapist, Peter's a hypnotherapist, and we totally agree. You should come to see us first. But sometimes you need peer leaders, and you get
Yeah.
them by people just stepping out. And you did that, and you're 21. And I love young people stepping up, because there's a lot of people saying young people are shit. Young people can't do anything. They're not responsible. They can't stick at anything. They're never going to be successful. Have you seen the snowflakes? And then you get the likes of Nathan.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
thank you.
think it's because it's like, well, you can do 12 marathons in 12 days. That's not being a good runner. That's being a dedicated mindset, which, oh, you can't have that at 21. Well, yeah, you can. Look, there's evidence, and you then have got peer followers.
Yeah,
And
my
that's
aim is to just
amazing.
inspire like my generation and younger generations to believe you can do anything. It's quite bad now that when you leave school, like you go to uni, you get a job. That's all well and good, but if you don't enjoy it, there's no point doing it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know what the step was to get out and do what I enjoy, and didn't know what I enjoyed. I think a lot of young people in that same way of, I don't know what I want to do. What should I do? And then because it's just it's just so much harder to get a job and everything now.
I
It's
think
being
I,
able
th-
to do that is a lot
I think
harder.
I think there's also the expectation. So you started at a football club. If I'd asked you at 14, what are you going to do for the rest of your life? What would it have
Play
been?
football.
Play football. Your whole life was secured on that,
Yeah.
right? Some people go, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to go to university, and I'm going to work at this big organization. Their whole expectation, if I can get a really good degree, I'll be able to go into marine biology, this or that. And then it doesn't happen. There's some level of rejection for all of us. And then it's like, we haven't got the tools to overcome that.
Yeah.
You didn't have the tools to overcome getting that email. So you went off the rails. But it was a moment in time we went, enough's enough. Most of us never have that, or most people don't have that serious dire moment. So they never quite get to enough's enough. So they
Yeah.
continue, and then they're not employable, or they can't do the. So you've just shown, look, there's a space, there's a way, there's a step. And I've done the hard yards. Now let me walk you through it so you don't have to do the same. And
Yeah.
I'm
That is
massively
my
impressed
aim.
with that.
Thank you.
It is something to be proud of, because I often, when people ask me about the Ironman, and I talk about the bike leg, cycling's my favourite thing. But we cycled up a mountain, and I saw people getting off the bike, and I knew if I got off the bike, I wouldn't finish. Right. And so you have to just keep going. It's like, I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm guessing during your 12 marathons, there were times when you were like, get off the bike, sort of. You had
Yeah.
a get off the bike moment. How did you keep going? What kept driving you?
There was a day 5, I was doing it around a track. So it was 106 laps of a 400-meter track. And I had 5 hours sleep. I'd thrown up all morning, and I had to get a taxi there, and I was there on my own. And no one else there. And I think at that point you really do just think, why am I doing this? What is the reason I'm doing it at all? And then the charity sent me a video, and it was all the employees saying like, good luck, you're smashing it. Because I felt so alone on my own there, and I just broke down into tears. And I was like, once that release had come out, I was like, oh my God, let's do this. Like motivation came in, and then I was
And
just like
before that video,
non-stop.
and nobody was watching you. It must have been so easy to go, nobody cares.
Exactly. Who actually, I was like, who cares? If I stop now, who's gonna say anything? And then you get the video of all the people who
Yeah.
are cheering you on, and it just spurs you to go on again.
They often say,
Yeah.
I've never run a London Marathon. I've never been anywhere near it. They often say it's the crowds will get them through it.
The support. I think lots of people go for their life just no one really cheers them on, no one supports them. And when you do such a cool thing, people want to cheer you on. I think I'll tell you, lots of people say bad about our generation, but I think with social media, our generation is getting quite good at supporting others. And lots of people want the underdog to do well because they see themselves in that underdog state.
Yeah.
So the more challenges I do, hopefully the more people will go, oh, go on, Nathan, like, because they can relate to me in a way.
Yeah. I mean, that's phenomenal. That's amazing.
No, it is. Jeez, I forgot the email that I got from a guy, and it makes a difference, right? Just that little bit of you're not on your own.
Yeah, and you do feel very, as a young person, especially a young person running a business, it's a very lonely thing.
Yeah.
So
It's lonely
them
for
connections
any
are
age.
massive. Yeah.
It's lonely for any age, and to surround yourself with the right people. And as a young person, it must be hard to find the right people who have the business experience or the business in the same place as them, because so many young people are going off and getting jobs, or at 21 going to university, things like that. So you've broke a bit of a mold.
Yeah, it's like
That
a
demonstration
bit
is
of a lonely
fantastic.
chapter to then allow me to have the life I want. And I think some people aren't willing to go for that lonely chapter because it's scary and uncomfortable. Once you go through it, you'll be better for it afterwards.
Yeah. No, 100%. God, it took me until 40, 45 to realise that. But yeah,
It's amazing because you are who you are. I was in my 40s before I started doing what I'm doing now. But my son, he's fitness like yourself. He runs a martial arts centre up in
Oh, that's
East
cool.
Anglia, Inspired Martial Arts. I've got about 2,000 members now. He's got 5 or 6
Wow.
franchises. It's huge and growing every day, you know. But when he was 19, 20, he started it, and it's like the first class he ever run, there's 2 people turned up. And it's like, go on. And then his target was get to 100, get to 200. But the drive he had, I never had that in my 20s. So
I think I had it with the run club. I completely agree. I did the first 5 months of run club. It was like me and one mate. And it was like we kept turning up every Saturday, and then he wouldn't come, and I'd be me on my own. And I was like, it's not much to a run club, but I'm going to go running anyway. So it doesn't really bother me.
yeah,
So if you want to come join me, and then before you know it, people start joining, their friends come along. I'm making them wear bright orange t-shirts, and now we've got a cool community all together. But I'll never turn up to run club now and be like, oh, there's only 4 people. It's rubbish. No, Nathan, you'd have ran anyway. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
So thank you very much for your time. We're going to give you the opportunity just to tell people where to find you and what you do and how you can support them. So where can people find you and how can they support you?
So on Instagram, it's Nathan Hinckley _ or Hinckley Fitness is my personal training account. I'm at Forever Paddle Gym in Boardman, Chelsea. Recently opened up 2 weeks ago. So if you like paddle as well, you can come in and play that. And then
What location is that, in Maidstone?
that is in Maidstone, yeah. And yeah, if you want help in the gym, I like to say my slogan is helping people build confidence through fitness. So it can help you in the gym, or if you fancy joining a run club, the Hinkley Harriers every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Lots of like-minded people and hosting lots of cool events as well with coffee shops and beer companies and energy drink companies. So lots to look forward to.
Incredible.
That's brilliant.
And then very last one, do you have another challenge booked in? Have you got any?
Yes.
What's that? Tell us about your challenge and how.
So me and my friend Louis O'Farrell, he is a local barber in Maidstone. Well, Westmoreland, I should say. But we are running from Paris to London, 100 kilometers a day for 3 days straight. And that is for Movember. So I get to grow a mustache, get some mental health.
And are you going to grow a proper moustache, or are you going to like get a fake one that you can glue on?
Well, I've got some potential, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'll get a full one.
No, see, I'm blonde and I cannot grow it. I try
Yeah, I'll
grow
get it dyed.
it, doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
cool. I've got a last question for you.
Go on.
Why do running clubs all call themselves Harriers?
I don't know, but someone I said on my story, what's a good run club name? And someone just said Hinckley Harriers. I was like, that's good alliteration. So
Yeah, so many
it's everywhere.
athletic clubs are called Harriers, going back 100 years. And I
Yeah.
just wonder what the link is, because a Harrier is a bird. You
I don't
know.
know. Someone told me to do it, and I was like, all right, sounds fun.
Cool. Well,
Amazing.
I mean, I've got no more questions. I'm just really
Thank you
inspired by your
for
story.
having me.
No, thank you
I
for
really enjoyed it.
excellent. We really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and to our listeners. And hopefully someone will listen to this and it will help them move forward. So Nathan, thank you very much. Gary, thank you very much. We hope
Probs.
you have a wonderful,
Thank you,
wonderful week,
guys.
and we will catch you on the next episode of Inspired Men Talk.
Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe or look at wherever you download your podcast. We're all on the platforms. So
So
subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.